kind of spreading too. I've always been a person that has enjoyed it.
Okay, my FTP setting in my trainer app is 240 watts. I started back at 210. That's not really my FTP. Just to recap, my goal was to move my FTP 50 watts over an 8-week period. Ambitious, for sure. So this week is actually a recovery week, if you want to call it that, where I'm holding my threshold power setting in my trainer app for this week the same as what it was last week. My actual FTP, I know it's lower than that. Right now, my Garmin believes my FTP, or estimates it to be 212 watts. In my Garmin, I started at 175 watts. So I've already moved almost 40 watts based on what my Garmin is tracking, but the reason that my FTP setting in my trainer app is considerably different than that as to what my Garmin says is, I originally set my FTP in my trainer app based on a ramp test. And for whatever reason, I guess I was able to game the system a little bit. You know, probably overspeeding, adrenaline dump. I think it reported back an FTP that was higher than my true FTP. But really none of that matters. FTP is just a number. It's a reference point. And so what I'm really looking for, I'm about to hit my first small hard set here. What I'm really looking for is improvement and hopefully being able to move my 1 hour bike session, normalized power, average power either, up to what my target race pace power is, which is 180 watts. I think at 180 watts, depending on the conditions in the course, I can average north of 21 miles an hour. That would be a big improvement for me in a 70.3 race. Okay, that was the first little kind of the warm-up hard set. So my next hard set is coming up in 30 seconds, and this is a legit hard set. It's 1 minute at 300 watts. It's gonna be hard. Trying to fight the urge to overspeed into it. In other words, trying to hold my cadence at about 90 RPM, which is, there it is, which is about where I like to race. Almost there. 5 seconds. Ah. Yeah. Okay, so that got my attention. Heart rate went from about 120 to 145. Still, I think that's just right below my threshold on the bike. So that's good. Let's see if I can do a screen record on this next interval. Whew. Okay. I think I'm doing a screen record. I'll share that on screen in the video. Heart rate recovered some, but maybe because I'm talking, not as much as I'd hoped. Okay, here we go. Oh. Well, at the end, holding my cadence gets really hard. Feels like a big gear workout. Yeah. 300 watts still feels hard. Five more 300 watt sets to go. Had to skip out last 20 seconds on that because I stopped to start the camera and got caught to start the interval. Had no RPMs. Never could get on the correct side of the trainer. So the average wattage on that set was probably 330, 340. Whoa, bad move. And heart rate well over 160. And gotta stop talking because it's still in 150s.
Here's a basic data dump from the first 4 weeks of my bike build. The vertical axis is power in watts, and the numbers are average power output for each workout. The green trend line is what my Garmin thinks my FTP is, and it's moved up from starting at 175 up to 212 over the 4-week period. And my power output for my 1 hour tempo ride has moved up from 155 to 172. My goal is to average 180 watts for that tempo ride by the end of this build.